question. The connection me and Stoneboy have is not fan base.
Mm-hmm.
It is family.
Okay.
Like even the money.
Yeah, you lapotee.
So, all right, guys. One of the reasons why I started my social media page is I wanted to create a platform so that most Africans that are here in the diaspora, Germany to be precise, and Hamburg, will have a space so that in case they want to air out how they feel or the things they do, they can have that space. And when I started with me, I have this young gentleman that is very big here in Hamburg and decided to give me that chance and decides to come on my show. And after some couple of months, I say almost a year, we are here again. And today we are going to talk to him. Like I said, he's one of the biggest musician here in Hamburg. So we are going to get to know him. If you've not seen him before on my page, today you are going to know him. So, ManLikeStunna,
Big boss.
it's nice to have you once again on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you.
How many months is it right now? You know?
It goes. I think almost over a year.
Yeah. It's almost over a year. You know, like God is good. You know, I was casting my mind back. I remember the first time we had to shoot an interview. You know, just in a small space. We're using one camera. You know, today we're shooting 3 angles.
Yo,
so
Charlie, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, and I'm happy that everything is moving forward for your side.
Yeah.
Thanks to God.
Yeah. And I'm glad you understand the vision when I explain to you, and now you can see what we are doing. So, ManLikeStunna, let's talk about you. You know, I'll be honest with you. You are one artist that is based here in Germany. That I always like your songs because, like, when I listen to the songs that you sing, I don't feel like you know how some people just go into music. They want to do music because they feel like everybody's doing. But I see the real talent to you, and I really love your music.
I appreciate it.
How come you are able to stand out when it comes to doing music here in Hamburg or Germany to precise?
Okay, thank you very much. Me myself, I would say it is not by my might and by my power. Me, I think there's a special grace on my life, a special favor. That through a certain covenant between my mom and God has fallen upon my life. So I believe it is all by His Spirit. Yes, man.
You know, it's interesting. Anytime I remember the last time I was even talking to you, you mentioned your mom. Someone would be like, "Are you mom's boy?" Because like anytime you say something, it's like your mom.
Yeah.
Is it like your mom is working? But you know how sometimes when some people are doing music, they go like, "Oh, the way the mom goes to places just to make sure his son becomes a source." Is that what your mom is to you when it comes to your career?
100%, because even the Bible tells us that the parents should lead so that the children can follow. And I think my mom was the perfect example, spiritually, mentally, everything. She nurtured me to this extent, and I'm very grateful. So everything that I talk about, everything that happens in my life, if I take it out of it, it doesn't make sense.
If you take out, you know, it's interesting, you know, looking at the standard that we used to know back in the days and the way you are standing now. Someone would think that Stunna is almost a pastor now.
It is me. I would say, bro, I'm an artist. I stay an artist, but what I try to do with my voice is this time around exalt Jesus. Then evangelize the lost, and then edify the saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking about exalting Jesus, this is something that I wanted to touch. You know, we all know you to do secular music.
Yeah.
Then at a point in time, ManLikeStunna says he's now doing gospel music. So let's get this. Is that to say that once you are doing gospel music now, you are not going back to doing secular music?
Okay, secular music, it depends, because secular, it is Happy Birthday Christ secular.
Okay.
But I won't do music that is profane or music that will advertise sin.
Okay.
You understand? Me talking about I'm getting lit, drinking alcohol, I'm smoking weed and stuff like that for children to listen. It is not my portion again. Me, either it is about God, it is about love, or it is about life situations. Understand? If it's secular, there's life situations or love, but even them ones, no, it is like preaching. It goes to the same source.
All right. So does it mean your previous songs that you were doing was much more profane?
Some of them yes, some of them no. Most of the time, my personally, I think my music was more or less good vibes. Music that when you listen to, you want to dance. When you listen to it, you think about party. Understand? And most of the times my previous songs were played in clubs.
Okay.
So to get out of that space, I'm focusing on the other side, because it is fine to have fun. It is fine to, to have fun more or less. But in clubs, there as of now, it's not my
not thing.
my thing again like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So like I'm saying, I'm here with a man like Stunna, and everything that you think you want to know about Stunna recently that is going about him no more singing secular music and singing gospel music. We are talking all about that now. And like he said, it's not like he has stopped singing secular music, but just that he kind of secular music that he used to do those days it's more of like prophet songs. So we're still open to doing secular music. So it's good we have that out of the way, So let's talk about your songs right now. If there's one thing that I've noticed, you drifting from singing those kind of prophet song and coming to sing gospel song now, you still came with that kind of vibe, Most of the times there are music artists that are out there. Once they said they have given their life to Christ and they are not doing secular music as we all call it, it's hard for them to get a hit doing a gospel song. How were you able to do this transformation?
Okay, thank you very much. I personally would say I stuck to the type of sound that I used to have, but I just changed the content.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a youth.
Yeah. Okay.
And I am trying to capture the youth because as older that you get, the colder your heart gets. So it is hard to reach the older ones. They have already made their decision.
Okay.
But the young ones that are coming up, it is still like formable.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to bring the vibe that everyone likes and uses maybe in clubs like that. But I put a message inside.
Okay.
For you, when you hear it, you will move, you dance, but still like you get something out of it.
Okay, something. It's interesting. So more to say, like you've given up on the old ones. They said they've made up their mind already.
Oh, Charlie, because it's hard to
convince,
recruit them because they will tell you, say Bible is just a story, it's a history. So Jawasem, that is what they will say. Most of them, if they are old and they are not like churchgoers or not prayerful, spiritual like that, it is hard to get them. But as for the youth, Afina Yeba, it is the youth that has to edify the other youth.
Yeah. All right, guys. So like I used to say, I'm still here. I'm here with the man like Stunna. He said he has given up on the old people. As for them, they've made up their mind. So the concentration is more on the youth. So youth expect more banger, expect more nice coming from the camp of man like Stunna. So like I'm saying, man like Stunna, I'm still with you. So let's get to find out. Before, when you used to sing secular music, and even now that you're singing gospel, if there's one thing that I notice when it comes to collaboration and features, you are not no much for collaborating and featuring people. I can remember like 3 people I would say, I think you did a song with Newton, and then this other boy, I forget his name, he's no more here in Germany. I think they say he's now in London. I think, what's his name again? Kobe. We have a song with Kobe, and I think one more guy, this 3. So we don't know you to do much features with people around here in Germany. Why is it that?
Oh, don't really have a special reason. I would say it's just if the vibe clicks, we will do something. And most of the times when I release my singles, I release them as singles. It's more or less me. But when I do projects or something like that, or maybe you have a song that you want me on, we can work.
Yeah, I asked you that because most people have the notion that for you young African kids that you were born here, you one way or other see yourself to be kind of special, So even when it comes to collaborating with those people that are a bit mature before they come to settle here in the diaspora Hamburg, you guys don't like having anything to do with them, and that's what I'm trying to find out. Is it how it is, or like
it's not like that right now? Even in the gospel side of things, things have become different because, as I said, firstly, I wasn't doing music that is more or less profane, but I was doing music about myself.
Yourself. Okay.
I wanted to be the one that is praised. You understand? So there was ego, there was pride inside. But now I want Christ to be praised.
Okay.
So if I do music and my vibe and your vibe is identical, like I can listen to your music without me being forced to listen to, because everyone has his listeners, everyone has his taste. So if I listen to your music and it's not the music that I would listen on a day-to-day basis, then it's simulating that it's not a feature that I will go for. You understand? But if it's something that I like personally, I listen to it, I would love to, collaborate, because each and every artist has his own level. But everyone has his own diaspora where he is.
Understand? If you use the word level, I think sometimes as an artist, when you're coming up or when you've made it, there's a need for you also give people a chance.
Of course.
So if you say the vibe doesn't go, I understand. But if you use the word level, don't you think then it looks like you feel like then your level is much higher than?
That's just totally not what I want to say. But you see, that maybe right now, I'm in this industry for over a decade. Then maybe somebody is just coming, and from the music that he's making, you can hear he's not yet established like that. So me personally, I would love to push you even, say, Charlie, go further. When the time is right, we will do something. But somebody, for example, like Newton, he was already in the music scene when he was coming. And when he was coming, I could hear the passion. I could hear the vibe in him. And then when we were in studio, when we were recording, I liked his vibe. He liked my vibe. And from there, it is always a mutual feeling. If it's like you like me, but I don't necessarily can vibe with you like that, it is a bit hard. That's how I feel.
So you guys can hear it. The man like Stunna say it's all about the vibe. You understand? Irrespective of whether you just came from Africa and you are here, you are doing music, or you are here, you are doing music. He says, if you are a musician and you approach him, he weighs your music. He says that is this something that he can jump into? You understand? If it doesn't correspond or coordinate with whatever he's doing, then that's when he's going to decline. So for those of you who are thinking that it's all our pride and all, he say no. Right now, Krabba, he's done with all those things. You understand me? Yeah. So like I say, still here with a man like Stunna. So should we expect any collaboration with any artist, gospel artist, soon from you?
Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah.
Today is Tuesday, yeah. This Saturday,
okay,
I'll be dropping a song called El Shaddai. With a young, talented girl from Belgium.
Oh, okay.
She's Nigerian, she's from Nigeria, but she's Belgium based.
Okay.
And she's a gospel artist. I found her on TikTok. I think she liked my post on TikTok. It was a gospel track it. And I went on her page to check her out. Okay. And I saw that she's also in that business, and she has a very soothing voice. So I said, I texted her, told her that I like this specific song that I heard about from her. And I want to either remix it or we should do another collaboration. And then from there, the vibe catch till today, I think we have made about 3 songs.
So that's your new. So is it a song or it's an album you're talking about?
It's a song.
Okay, we're gonna come to that. So that's gonna be one of your latest things that you're gonna drop soon. Yeah. We will come to that, but let's go to your songs that you've done. Your previous songs. That's last year. I think when you started doing gospel, you have this song that you've titled Heaven. And this other one that I think the Liberty is an album, right?
Liberty is an
album. And then there's another one, Zion. Yeah, so it looks like last year alone, after you decided to do gospel, now you've released 2 songs and an album.
No, I released 1, 2.
I know 3. The Zion and
I have Heaven. Then Bodama Yesu.
Bodama Yesu, yeah.
Bodama Yesu, then Savior.
Okay, yeah.
After Savior, then Liberty came.
That
was around 7 tracks.
Okay, yeah.
Then I did a feature, Abba Father, with a guy called Khalifa K in Holland.
Oh, okay.
That's where another feature is already. And
that's nice.
Zion as well. So yeah, last year I was quite busy doing the gospel.
Okay.
Opening.
So I listened to the songs, and I realized in one of the songs, in Heaven, it looks like you were telling your story, and like you are trying to let people know right now that all that interest the man like Stunna likes is heaven is where you want to go. What inspired you to write that song, and tell us more about what that song is saying?
Okay, Heaven. After I repented, I would say I had a writing blockage because I used to talk about everything and anything, but not really about songs that will glorify God directly. So I think one time in prayer, I was in prayer, and then I seen my eyes were closed, and I seen a flash, and I saw this scripture, Philippians. I think it was Philippians 1 verse 19.
Okay, what is it?
19 and 20. Okay. That's the second part of
the song.
The song.
Okay.
How does it even go?
So that's the second verse, right?
Yeah. Charlie. Because the lyrics.
I remember. I go, see, I got a lot of strength.
That was that's the beginning.
The first, beginning. Yeah,
I want to touch on that one.
We are making a reference. We don't want to give you things that are not facts. So,
and then the lyrics too. I write a lot, so for them to capture.
But to be an artist, I think there's no need for you to be forgetting your lyrics. You know, like you have to make a reference now.
No, it is fact.
Yeah,
but when I do shows or when I do specific performances,
you go back to the songs before.
Obviously, I have a playlist that I'm about to play, and then because I have written over 100 songs.
Wow.
And then we are human beings.
You're right.
Everything that I do I write them. Yeah. Then after I've written and recorded it, I don't
you don't have all in mind.
I don't have all in mind, to be honest. There are some I have in mind. Some I bust here, but we say make a play. Not even to play, but or I can just go to the lyrics and see. Not even. I'll go to the Bible, because once I see the scripture, the rap will come.
So all right, guys, like I keep saying, we are still here in the studio, and I'm here with a man like Stunna. You know, once a secular musician, now he's doing gospel, and I know most of you have got questions that you want to know, or things that you've been thinking about him that you want him to clear. And today he's here in the studios in the LapoteeTV, Lapotee Media Production House, and we're going to talk all about that. So you find it,
I've got it.
Yeah.
So it was Philippians 1:20, where it says, "I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage, so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death."
All right. Amen. Guys, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you guys say that right now. ManLikeStunna is not a pastor. ManLikeStunna is not like a pastor.
I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor.
No, but it starts somewhere, you know. Now you're singing gospel. I mean, let's say if you feel like you have the calling now, wouldn't you become a pastor if you feel like the calling was on you? Wouldn't you be a pastor?
You see, the calling there, God will reveal it on you. I wouldn't become a pastor because somebody says
that, but you want to have
Charlie, because if you want to become a pastor, it has to be a calling, not a fleshly thing. You see, and to me, what I'm doing is I'm building capacity. I'm in my secret place, talking to God, and then whenever He feels like, okay, Sammy, you are ready, I'll go.
Yeah, we'll come back to your songs. We've spoken about the heaven, but this is what I want to find out. At what point did you feel like I need to really change things? I need to really give my life to Christ, because I knew you to be, I don't know what, a Christian.
Yeah.
Someone who goes to church. So at what point do you feel like, no, I still go to church, but my things that I'm doing on the way I'm acting does not glorify God. It does not portray godness in me. At what point did you come to that decision or realize that?
2 months after marriage.
2 months after marriage.
I would say marriage was the indicator for me too.
Okay.
So when I married, I felt like, okay, now I'm complete. It's not like if there's some things that I've done in my past life, I can fight them. But that marriage, dear, it had to happen for everything to be whole.
So are you saying, ManLikeStunna, it's like you deciding to drift from singing secular music and singing to gospel is all planned? You feel like, or giving your life to Christ fully is all planned? You feel like you wouldn't have able to do that once you are not married because of the temptations that are there? Because
when I was not married, of course, I had children already.
Okay.
And then me living with my wife already.
Oh, okay.
You see, we are in closed doors, 4 walls, and everything can happen. And then if you're not worried, Bible says if you're not married and you do the things that married people do, it is a sin.
Oh, okay,
see,
okay.
And then,
all right, guys. So, I like the fact that you are putting it this way. Some people don't understand certain things. I think recently I watched an interview from Sonny Badu, and he was saying that before he got married to his wife, they have a child already. And I think it's just things with Christianity, we always have a way of trying to paint people black, that why do they do this and why do they do before this, but sometimes some things happen, and that necessarily does not mean that we are not for Christ or we are not Christians. And I like the way you saw it, like, okay, for me to really know that everything is now set and someone is not going to have anything to say once I'm married, then I'm going to go this direction. Yes, that's good.
Yes.
That's
and then good. Like my experience as well was, if my children didn't come that 5 years ago, almost 6 years, I believe I would still be in the same position that I was now. So they had to come for after 4 years the marriage to be concluded, and then the repentance to come.
Yeah, you
So
guys just
it was everything was a planting.
You know, Rebecca said, God doesn't do anything just like that. You know, that reminds me of the story of Paul, you know, how he went about crucifying Christians. And at a point in time, he had an encounter. So we can one way or the other say that you having that kids come into your life is the way of you having an encounter with God for you to drift from the way you used to do things. Yeah, so now let's find out. Since you started doing gospel, what have your situation, what have been your experience, or how has it been with you and your friends, the people that you used to have as friends? Are you still in good contact with them because you decide to take this path?
Okay, I would say the contact is not the same contact as it was before, but the contact is still there.
It's still there.
And it's not like I've isolated myself, but at the other hand too, I've isolated myself because you have to build the foundation. And the foundation is only built if you are like-minded at the end of the day. Many of my friends, they're still living the life that I was living before, but I don't judge them because of that. Everyone has his own specific time of calling. Me, bro, I'm always praying for everyone.
But don't you think you seeing the light now or becoming a Christian is a way more for you to also like convert them, you know, to Christ? So
thank you very much. That one too. When the moment I repented, I tried to do that, but because I repented so rapidly,
it was a shock to them.
It was a shock to them, and I did it very, let me say harsh, because I would quote Bible 1-to-1 and tell you say, but it's not like they haven't heard it.
Okay.
Everyone has a specific time. I cannot force them. You can bring a horse to water, but forcing the horse to drink, it's a different thing. So what I've then done is I keep the contact. Like when we meet. It's not a problem. And I don't condemn anyone for doing anything. Everyone has his own time. And so when your time comes, by God's grace, you will then even value what I said earlier more. And me, I concentrate on my own path, building my foundation so that whatever tornado comes to my life, I will be grounded.
But don't you think maybe you need to be a bit flexible or easy on them? Because
that's what I've become now.
Yours, okay, I think that is better because looking at the way yours happened, it took you some time. So probably you also need to be patient on them for them to.
That's what I understood. Like after a while, some mistakes that I've done. Yeah, in
communicating with them or reaching out to them.
Thank you. In that way, and that made me learn a couple of things or even many things. So right now, I'm more relaxed concerning that, but the message is still the same.
There. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys heard it. If you are friends with the man like Stunna here and you feel like for one way or the other, when he gave his life to Christ, it was a bit kind of harsh with you and the way he was dealing with you or the way he was giving you the gospel was harsh, boom, boom, boom. As someone would say, you couldn't get it. He said that he understands. You understand me? But it's not like he has some beef with you guys, you know, but he was hoping you guys would come on a level. So also try to understand him. So it's not like he's mad at you or he's having loggerhead with any of you. So like I said, we're here to get to know everything that you want to know so far as the man like Stunna is concerned. So we are still here. So man like Stunna still here with you. So still on your music, let's talk. And on your song, that the one you have, I think now let's talk about the album, the Liberty song. Yeah, you said a lot of things. I think on the Liberty track is the one you gave your testimony. First track where you were talking about how you used to the things that you used to do, and now that you're giving your life to God, do you feel like there was a need for you really go there before you get to where you are now?
Yeah. I see my story as the one. It can never be the same as Apostle Paul's, but I think I had similarities, very like many similarities, and I had to go through a certain fire for me to be grounded this way, because I know it to be, if you are raised a certain way, let's say in a Christian home, and everything is strict in your house, you let's say follow all the commandments, you follow everything that is given you. Ebedu baby no nafi you want to see what is outside, and then you being the good child, then you become bad.
Oh,
But mine luckily was, I was a good child. But when I started school from 6 years, like when I got 6 years until 28, I would say problems.
Oh,
But
okay.
all these things shaped
you into what you are today.
Think.
Yeah. Which one is your favorite track on that album?
Okay.
I know you got a testimony and a few of them. I don't know them probably all by title, but which of them is your favorite track on them?
That's a good question. I think my testimony is a nice one.
Yeah.
There's a song called Teach Me.
Teach Me.
I was talking to God for him to teach me how to guide a sheep and to practice what I preach. Everything that I'm preaching, I should be able to practice, because if I preach to you, say, Charlie, don't go club, don't do this, then you see me at club, I say, doesn't make sense. Then there's a song called Meditate. Meditate too. It's a very that form. And then I was talking about meditation. And then there's a song called Familia.
Okay.
That one is the last song. That one has more or less this Pentecost
attached. I wanted to come to that. Yeah.
And Familia there, it is just me telling God, say, I'm availing myself. You should take me do. I like that one too.
That's good. So your songs, most of your songs, when I listen, they are hit song, and there are songs that when someone is doing an album, feel like, oh, let me add this to the album. You always have a lot of hit songs in one album. And I think one of the reasons why it's like that is the fact that you always have a good beat. Your beats are always on point. So tell me, who does your beat for you? Where do you get your beats from? And let's get to know who does your beat and stuff like that.
Okay, now you mean the Liberty album?
Starting from, not even from the Liberty, even before when you used to sing secular music, your beats were always on point. Most of your beats on your hit song. So is it the same person that does all the beats for you?
I had many producers. Okay. Luckily, I had the chance to work with a lot of talented people.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, I knew what music I liked.
Okay.
And what type of music or type of beats moved me.
Okay.
So I was always trying to go for identical ones. And by God's grace too, I found people that are in that diaspora.
Okay.
People like, when I firstly started, there was this guy called Denny Sounds, but today his name is Bresco.
Okay.
Asante Jr., of course.
Asante Jr., okay.
I did many milestones with that guy.
Oh, okay.
I have this guy called Samuel as well. He's in Düsseldorf. He calls himself the young producer.
Okay.
Very talented guy.
Okay.
Some guy called Say. He's in Munich. So many producers.
How do you get to this pool? Are they the ones who reach out to you and say, oh, ManLikeStunna, I've got a nice beat, can you jump on it? Or how do you create a contact? How do you establish contact with these people?
Oh, it's vice versa. Sometimes I hear beats of them and then I tell them, bro, I like this one, can you send me something? He will send. Most of the times people just text me and say, bro, I like your music, maybe I have some beats that you would like, let me send it to you. And then they will send it, and pampa bibi wom for me.
I'm asking you all this because as human beings, people always like to judge from a distance. Like I said before, oh, ManLikeStunna think he's born here, he doesn't like to work with people, he's always, but that's why I'm trying to find out. So for those of you watching, like I said, we are trying to answer all the questions you want to know so that you won't be wondering and asking yourself a lot of questions. We get into the roots of it all. So still back to you, ManLikeStunna. So let's find out, since you started singing gospel right now, looking at your fan base when you used to sing secular music and now that you are singing gospel, do you think there's been a decline in your fan base?
It's not, do you think? It is visible.
It is visible.
You can see it. Like, I'm not as talked about as before, let's say, because even before it was the club shows and all these shows that were keeping me around. I will always see new faces, but me now only performing at maybe weddings or church places. It's only people that are already saved or on the way being saved that will like my music. There are, let me not lie, there are very, very many core fans as well that don't have a problem with me.
Die-hard fans, or how they call them,
They don't have a problem with me changing. They just like the sound of my music, so they stick with me. But I lost a lot of followers. I lost a lot of contacts, a lot of friends. But at the end of the day, I gained Jesus. So I'm always positive.
All right. So for you, it's all about the gaining Jesus. You don't mind the followers that you've lost in the.
I would rather be a minority with Jesus than a majority with the world.
Preach.
Yeah.
You guys can hear it from the man like Stunna. I would rather be a minority and stick with Jesus than rather go with the majority. Guys, don't be surprised. You are hearing it here on Connect with Jay for the first time. Before you know, the man like Stunna here. I think I've seen you preaching 1 or 2 times in church. So, right? And that's why I'm saying, don't be surprised if it happens that man like Stunna is going to be a pastor someday. You never know. Or you say you are waiting for the calling until the calling.
Waiting for the calling.
All right. Yeah. So man like Stunna, we are still here and we're still talking. So let me find out. You know, you've grown in the church. You've been in the church your whole life. To what extent, or can you say the church has contributed or has helped you in doing your music? Because I know you are with Church of Pentecost, and Church of Pentecost happens to be one of the biggest church here in Germany. Let me not say Hamburg. What significant contribution or what significant role has the church played in your music?
Honestly, I wouldn't say where, because me, I didn't come to them and ask them for anything. Okay. That is the first thing. But obviously, I was doing secular music, so there's no contribution that they will give. But there's this guy called Eda Patrick. Since I've repented, when he does programs, he has a program called Abide. And that was last year. He invited me. I came. And since I repented, like Pentecost from outside Hamburg, most likely will call you, because I believe that, Charlie, where you come from or where you are based, they will not see you the way other people will see you, because they see you every time. Other people will see you. I just say, screen is so. Okay. So I believe, as for the contribution there, I play instruments in the church, but as for them maybe putting money into my music, there's nothing like that. But I don't think it's an obligation for them to do that or something like that. Maybe if I ask, I'm sure they will do something.
Okay, but you know, if you say you don't think it's an obligation, you know, when we look at churches like Christ Embassy, and we see somebody like Sinach and all those people, and Eben, and even this guy called, what's the name? The guy who sing "Oh Be Lifted," what's his name? Emoji. You see, the church play a significant role in pushing the music of the, and that is why these days we have a lot of young guys with talent in church, and then they will move out, because if you are in church, the church owe it as a duty to push someone who is doing the things of the God of the Lord for it to go far. Don't you see it that way?
Okay, at the end of the day, no. We are all people, human beings. Maybe there are other projects that are going on that their mind are on. You understand? I'm not even wishing for them to do anything to help me, because at the end of the day, I said I would do it for God, and I know that God will provide everything that I need to do it. And people will always call me, if it's my church or other people's churches, they will call me, because I have a covenant with God. I said, God, family, I avail myself, and as long as I'm seeking God and seeking that relationship with Him, He will open ways. I don't expect the amount from the church. Said, church, please give me this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I know for a fact one day will come. I will not come to them. They will say, Sammy, you have done well. So Charlie, take this. But until then, I will keep building capacity.
But Sammy, actually, it's been long, because they don't. It's not like they don't. You don't have to wish. It's like I said, when you are a member of a society or a community, they owe it as a duty to you to be helpful. Just like people come to church, people give their tithe, people give their offering to build the church. It's the same way that the church owes it as a responsibility to also help young ones, talented young ones. Because we hear most of the time, you see a lot of young guys who start singing in the church. They don't get the necessary push. They know, they're like, oh, I'm better off when I'm doing worldly secular music. And that is why I'm asking, at least they can use you as an example and say, oh, we've helped this young man. Because I don't know, but rumors out there, people normally say that Church of Pentecost don't help people. They only like to work with one of their own. So what do you think?
Me, let me say, I take distance from such conversations. Me, I'm a member of Church of
You
Pentecost.
say you even play instruments in the church.
I play instruments in the
do
church.
they pay you for playing the instruments?
Oh yes.
Okay, they do that.
If I play for the
adults,
mm-hmm. They pay, and that one even is not an obligation as well, but they do it like just as for small appreciation.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, me, I stick to my church. You understand? It's at the end of the day, we all serve one God.
One God.
It's not what this church is doing, what this church is doing. The most important is between you and God. Because if I say I will rely on what they will do for me and they have not done it, it will more likely push me to go to another church because I see help is there. But it's not the help, it's me amplifying the name of Christ.
Yeah, that's true. So don't you think, so you don't see any need for churches to be helpful to their members that are talented?
Oh, I see where you're coming from.
Okay.
But I think time will tell. At the end of the day, yeah, as I said, we are human beings. Many things are ongoing at this point. So the right time, everything will be settled.
All right, guys, you just heard it from the ManLikeStunna. He said the right time, everything is gonna show or be obvious. This is Connect with Jay, and we are still here in this LapoteeTV. So ManLikeStunna, I'm still with you. Like I said, when it comes with you, it's a whole lot that is going on. So don't be surprised if the question keep coming because people want to know what's going on with ManLikeStunna. And then let me find out if I have to take myself out, you coming on my platform to first time we had an interview and now we are here again. I've never seen you being on any other media platforms, here in, let me say, Hamburg, precisely. Because the reason why I'm saying that, I keep saying this to my African people that are there that are doing something. Radio Hamburg is not going to call you. Studio Hamburg is not going to call you. Because in the first place, whatever you are doing, you have a different culture, and whatever you're doing is not that huge for them. They don't really see. So we are the ones that have to create our own media and have things going on. So that's why I'm trying to find out, why is it that you haven't been to any other platform? Is it that they haven't called you, or you don't feel like honoring their platforms?
No. First of all, I don't even know many of them.
There is one like I think like 41. There's a 41 TV going on right now. What about him? Yeah,
they haven't called me.
They haven't called you.
That's how I would put it. They haven't called me, and then it's more or less also the relationship that I have with the person. If means it's same, but I could say I'm careful. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about relationship, but you see, that's what I'm trying to say. If we all have to work together and build something, sometimes forget about the beef or the misunderstanding you think you have with somebody. But if someone is doing something good and you need a platform, like I'm saying, because I'm sure they also have their people and they want to hear what's going on. Like, man, don't you think sometimes we need to put that aside? And if the person is doing something good, we need to mount on their pulpit or on their stage or their platform and air out what we need to say.
Yeah, makes sense. And I agree. But on the other hand too, there are some people that, I don't know, they just want to benefit from you.
Okay, without
like they let's say on a normal day, cry, how are you, cry, you don't get, but they see now you have something gained going on. A certain stage or a certain amount of popularity. Now they need you for their show to increase, but I think
work like that.
No, I think the
relationship has to be
the human relationship has to be intact before even working. That's my ritual though. Like if the relationship is not 100%, I cannot.
All right, guys. Like I keep saying, we are still here. This Connect with Jay on LapoteeTV, and I'm here with ManLikeStunna, and like I keep saying, you guys have so many things that you are thinking about him, and we are talking all about that here today. Like he said, sometimes it's about the relationship. You don't maintain a certain kind of relationship with a person, then you have something going on, you want to see them, and then when you don't see them, and then we keep saying that, oh, the kids that are born here, they are like this, they do stand there, they do blah blah blah. We are talking all about that. So I'm sure there's one or two things you can take from here, and then we can make it a better place and a better stuff for all of us here. So ManLikeStunna, like I said, we are still here. We're gonna talk about your song that you're gonna do soon, but let's talk about this, ManLikeStunna. Let me ask, so far as school is concerned, do you think you've gotten to that stage whereby you are done with academics or something like that?
Oh, as an human being there, you should never stop learning. You should never stop learning. Me, my academics wasn't the best.
Okay.
But as at now, I'm working at places where I was not even qualified to work. but all because I sat down in my quiet time or my private time and opened books and learned. Yeah, so right now I'm in sales. I work in the office. I was doing many jobs. I was driving this Moya buses and stuff like that. People will think, ManLikeStunna, Charlie, you get fame like this. Why you do it? But at the end of the day, I have family.
Yeah, family for it. Yeah,
you know, I'm a responsible man. So if I even have to clean toilets, I will do it.
Yeah,
because you see, you shouldn't like pride will kill
you shouldn't pick between stuff.
Yes. Yeah. If you are like, if only you have a responsibility, if it's your own dear, me zooming too for and yes, do what you want, but you do what you. I cannot say do this and do that, but that's for me, dear. I have my family. God gifted me with a family, and Bible stated that you as a man, you have to provide. Right. So whatever I have to do that.
That's good. But ManLikeStunna, someone will say you are still young. So I mean, even if academics were not good, like you said, being born here, you to have the opportunity if you want to further.
I'm on it.
You are on it.
I'm on it. As I'm talking to you, as I said, I'm in sales. I'm in that investing and finance or entrepreneurship as well on the side. So I'm working behind closed doors.
Okay, all right, that's good. So ManLikeStunna, now let's talk about your music. Let's talk about your banger song or the song that you're going to release. But tell us more about the song. You told me you met this lady. It was online, but she's in Belgium and all that. And tell me, what is it? So it's her music and you guys are remixing, or what is it?
It is a song that we both created.
Okay.
It's a high quality production by a guy called Black Diamond.
Okay, Black Diamond.
He lives in Belgium as well.
Oh, okay.
He's a member of Pentecost as well. His real name is Elisha.
Okay.
He has a music group or a label, I can say. And yeah, he done the beat for us. We recorded it at this place. And yeah, Charlie, the sound is full of melodies. It has a dancing vibe to it, but most important, it edifies God, glorifies God.
So is it gonna be like a banger like your other tracks that we know?
Banger as soon as you hear ManLikeStunna there. Yeah, because me, I'm very picky with what I put out.
Okay.
Like at the end of the day, I don't put music out necessarily for people to like it. My spirit has to be right with it. But since if I listen to my music, I listen as a third person.
Okay.
I listen as if it's not me. And I know the music that I like. So if it doesn't move me, I cannot bring it out.
Oh, okay.
But this one day, I know, say, Charlie, and it is a collaboration that I've done with a female. And for a very long time, I haven't had a collaboration with a female.
Oh, okay.
So this one will be something refreshing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Guys, we're going to show you photos of that so you can see the song that is dropping. So when is the song dropping again?
The 27th, which is Saturday after.
Whoa. Yeah. Is there going to be anything like a launching or like something like that with the song? Or
let's keep watching. Let's watch out.
Okay, why? ManLikeStunna said we should be in for surprise. Let's keep watching and see what happens. So tell me, I want to find out this song that you're dropping. Is it a kind of song that is danceable to, or is it gonna be a song that, because for most of your songs that I listen are songs that are danceable to, but it's rather unfortunate we don't hear people using those songs as praise song or worship. Like we have like MOG where Joe Metal them drop a song, you see people using the songs for worship and praise in church. But your songs are hit songs, but why is it that we don't see people using your songs for stuff like that? Do you think this one is gonna be one of those songs they can use for worship or praise in churches?
Yes. I believe it is one of them. I believe even most of the songs that I've recorded are one of them. But with Pentecost per se, Pentecost is very, very strict with orders.
Oh, okay.
Understand? And they wouldn't necessarily put even Hamilton crab by gospel cry. No praise. We have our songs that we are singing. So, but like if somebody's doing ministration or something like that, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Understand? But maybe a different church or I don't know, city church, for example, in Holland.
Okay.
They're
using your song
under Pentecost, but these are people like they are more open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look forward to go.
But songs like Joe Metal songs are being used for worship and praise and songs like that. And not just Joe Metal. emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe with time you
We'll
hope
get there.
you will get there.
We'll
Okay,
get
that's good. That's good.
After I have
yeah.
almost spice baby
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah, and do you want to tell us what's the lyrics of the song all about? Is just something you would like to give us a little bit freestyle or something about the song? Let's just see how
the hook or the chorus says, all praise to the Most High God, El Shaddai, El Shaddai. Then I will serve and sacrifice. With you, I will spend my time. In your hands, I will lay my life. That's it. It's very simple, but when you hear it and with the melodies, with the beat complementing it, I think it's a very great song. Yeah.
All right, guys. You know, it's only nothing but the best that comes from the camp of ManLikeStunna. He just gave you the chorus of the song that he's about to drop. Did you mention the title of the song to us yet?
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai. So I told you guys, very soon. Very, very, very soon. Don't be surprised if ManLikeStunna start preaching, you know. Already he's doing this in churches, but before you know, it's gonna be official. So that's good. So ManLikeStunna. So let me ask you this. I know in recent times when you used to do your secular music, you used to have a manager. I don't know what happened, and then you stopped working with him. Are you open to working with someone managing you right now, or are you under management as of now?
That one too will be it will be disclosed very, very soon. Everything is in progress, but when the right time is there, people will know.
Everything about the ManLikeStunna is now secret.
Oh, it's not secret, but you see, everything is in progress. So
in progress.
As soon as everything is not, let's say talkable right now, you keep it somewhere. But when it comes, it will come like you see, say Charlie. The guy, we got a vision that is even bigger than our capacity. At the end, because I don't want to be relevant to boss. Okay. I want to be revolutionary, so that when this guy is not there, they will see this guy there. When it comes about this guy, he was amplifying Christ.
Okay. You guys just said it. He doesn't want to be relevant. He just wants to be a revolutionary, as in someone who's creating a change. See, so the man that is sitting here is not the ManLikeStunna I used to know now. There is changes here. Okay, so ManLikeStunna, this is one more thing that I wanted to find out from you. So now that all you do is gospel music, will you ever have a collaboration with someone who does secular music should the opportunity present itself?
Yeah, if the song is about God.
Okay.
Or if the song is about, something sensible. Because we have artists like Bob Marley, artists like Gentleman, even Stonebwoy. He does secular, but he has songs when he talks about God.
Okay.
Understand? So if the message is right, because I cannot say, hey, Charlie, what you say, I cannot. I love God, so I have to love people. Whatever you do in your private is between you and God. But I cannot say because you do this and this and this, I cannot work. Me. If I do collaboration with, let's say, Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, and we talk about God, why not?
Why not? Okay, that's good. That's a very good answer from you. But speaking of which, you mentioned the name Stonebwoy. People were saying that recently when Stonebwoy came here in Germany, you say right now you are doing gospel music, but now you mount on stage and you were doing some dance with Stonebwoy, and people are like, is it not the same guy who says he's doing gospel? So how come he's now on stage with Stonebwoy? And people think you are just being a hypocrite, but even though you say you are not doing secular music again, but it's just because it's Stonebwoy and it's because of the fame, that's why you got on stage with Stonebwoy. What do you have to say about that?
Good question. The connection me and Stonebwoy have is not fan base. It is family.
Okay.
Like even the manager of Stonebwoy, I'm close with them. Okay. Stonebwoy knows me by name. It's not like
another artist. Yeah,
another artist. And then I analyzed the song which he called me to. I don't know why, but he knows about my story and he knows that I've repented. They all know. They said still, Charlie man, like we like you, we love you. Come and open up for us. I came. I did my gospel songs. I did one song that Stonebwoy loved very much for me in my past, but that was my hit song that I've done, and it was a love song. Understand? Come closer. So I've done that. Then the song that he called me to on stage was Pray. A song called Pray. Pray, you go better. Okay, be message. So Charlie, they call me. I come. I spoil they give you. Then Charlie, because if it's like you talk about anything and me being there, I understand. But people just love to they themselves, they are not doing what you're doing. But as soon as they see that you try to divert from what you're doing, they want to attack. But me, Charlie, my don't need that.
Okay, you guys just said it. ManLikeStunna say nah during the whole. So yeah, so now let me ask this quickly before we run up and go. So if any event organizer should call you to an event and they want you to sing or perform one of your secular music or your old music, are you willing to doing that?
Foul.
No, but because I think, was it somewhere last year, I realized Roots did a program and then you were one of the artists on bill. Yeah. So
by that time I wasn't repentant.
You were not repented. That was like last year.
Last year when?
Summer. It was last year summer. They did Roots did some.
Okay. Yeah. Summer. It was my church, like my gospel songs I performed.
And you know, it's good I asked you when I realized that still the crowd were still jamming to the song. And that's why I'm saying that even though you were not singing secular music and you were singing gospel, they still jam to the music.
It was Roots. It was at Station Society. I told them, and as soon as it's not club indoors, which one, like a event that is overnight, you see, my spirit is not me. I can go the club inside. When I'm inside, I will talk to one or two people and preach the gospel. I can do that, but in pop, that's when the people start to show things and say, now see. But as for festivals or like events open, even Jesus was at gatherings. He was at parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he won't do what the sinners are doing. You understand? So me, dear, apart from club, dear, a festival, call me. If it's wedding, call me. Birthday, call me. I don't mind. You play secular music there, it is your own. If I come, I will do my own.
Guys, you just heard it. ManLikeStunna say even Jesus was at parties. You understand me? So if you have an event going on, whatever, so far it has got nothing to do with clubbing. He's still gonna perform and give you this banger hit. So like I said, still here with the ManLikeStunna. So just right before we wrap up and we go, what are you expecting, or to what height do you want to get with this music now that you are singing gospel?
Bro, as I said, I don't want to be relevant. I want to be revolutionary. And then I prefer greatness over fame.
Okay.
Greatness over fame. What do I mean? Fame is somebody that is amplifying himself. That is me previously.
Okay.
Even I have a song called GFG Drip.
Okay.
I was talking about Charlie. Me a ghetto boy. Me be crossing me lane near the day. I will bend the bridge immediately near the day.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's vibes. It's still vibes. But it's not what I'm preaching anymore. Right now, it's greatness. Greatness meaning I amplify the greatness himself.
Okay.
Or I glorify the greatness himself for him to put me at, because Charlie, even Matthew 6:33 says, if you seek his kingdom first, everything shall be added to you. You know, that is currently, or not currently, from now to ever, until I sleep forever. So Charlie, I want to seek his kingdom and I want to evangelize to the lost. I want to edify the saved. Evangelize because we are in a world where distraction is 99%.
Okay.
If you cannot separate yourself and come to the 1%, or let's say according to the Bible according to the parable of the sower in Matthew 13, when we read well, it is 4 destinations where the sower
drop the seeds or sow the seed,
and only one that one germinate.
Yeah.
When we do the mathematics, it's 4. So we have 25. So 75%, that is the broad way. 25% narrow way.
Preach. So, ManLikeStunna in the view. Yeah, so Stunna, we would like to exit, but just before that, the questions keep coming. Like I said, I'm sure the fans and the viewers want to know. So once the questions come to me, so now, Stunna, let me ask you just 2 questions before we go. Are you really making money from this music thing?
Yeah.
Are you really making a lot of money? Because like I said, the youths keep watching and it's what they see, is what they're gonna emulate. Is there money in this, especially here in this diaspora, Hamburg? Are black kids, are Africans making money from music?
It depends. I always say it depends. I I did more when I was in secular music, to be honest. But right now, I still have a revenue of monthly passive income because of the music.
Okay.
The music, like the streaming platforms. Every month, I have
some small
a change that that I
Mm.
can invest back into that music. But it is not a get rich scheme. No.
But you know, even when you were doing your secular music, I don't know, were you making that much? Because you know, when we look at people that we call artists, like if we have to look at the likes of the Nigerians, like the Davido and all those people, Wizkid, and that we see them living the celebrity, the flamboyant life. Can you say it's the same for Africans that are doing music in the diaspora here?
No.
So why? So why? What's the difference? It's the same music. What's the difference?
I would say just the connections that they have, and mostly it is the connections and because if you see like the video Wizkid, Burna Boy, even Stonebwoy Dems, they're moving like an institutional. They have team around them. So if you are artist here and you only have like 2, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people around you, forget it. Because
I'm asking, because like I say, I keep telling people, so far as I'm concerned, you are one of the big artists doing Afrobeats here in the diaspora. And if even you are not living the flamboyant like we are saying, then what's the future for the ones coming? You know,
that's the problem. If you see me living a certain life, it is because I've put myself that like matinasi and I'm a steady economy. No, I know, and you know, I try to gain knowledge with finances.
Okay.
So that I can make money somewhere and then put it into the music. Because the music, if I rely on the music, must have comedy. Yeah. But we don't do music for the money. We do it for the impact. We do it for a certain message to come across. Even when I was doing secular music, Crown, I remember that most of the times I'll mention God in it. I'll mention God. I will let people know, say, me, I'm backed by God, whatever the case. But funny enough, I turned my life around now so that God is the focus. Yeah, so money-wise, it is hard. And I know some examples that I don't want to mention, but most of them, they are doing money with certain things, with fraud and any kind of dirty money to cover up because they're making the money. And then the music industry itself, it belongs to the devil. Bro, you can't say music and me. I've worked with a lot of A-level artists to see how they're living and what they do even before they mount the stage. To see, say, Charlie, this is not what I want to do the rest of my life. If I want to do music, I want to do it clean. If I want to do business, I want to do it clean. Everything clean. Do you
think how do you see the future of Afrobeat in this diaspora in the next 5 years to come?
Oh, Afrobeat, even as had now, has overcome every genre. Even hip hop cry about 30 years near there. Afrobeat is not, because Afrobeat mu and I'm piano money nasifo. Afrobeat itself has created a new.
You know, it's interesting when you put it that way. I think I was asked some couple of somewhere last year, and I was doing some street quiz, and I was asking some of the people if they know. Some people don't know. They don't even know any Afrobeat artists here. That's what I'm trying to find out. Do you really think Afrobeat is that large here in Germany?
In Germany, Germany is late with everything.
Okay.
Should be by America 2 years ago and sana baha.
Okay.
Germany, they omasem ewari. But UK, Holland, I don't know, even Belgium, Spain, all the countries around Germany. Germany, I say, I don't know, but Charlie. Everywhere else, if you go to, because you see, with UK, they embrace foreigners.
Okay.
So if you have baby, Ghana feeling but you are somewhere where you are not. They don't want you here.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a problem. Say, AFD eba eyiso. And I'm for your demo work room. Say, Charlie, AFD by you. Foreigners, you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie, Hannah say we have to do the best out of our situation. The problems they will keep coming. They will keep coming, but it is us that get stronger.
Okay.
We have to overcome them.
All right. So ManLikeStunna, that's what comes to the show. So, guys, like I said, we can't use one day to talk about everything. We've been here now for some couple of minutes with ManLikeStunna, and I'm sure we've answered most of the questions or the things that you want to know. If there are certain things that you think you still want to know, you don't know, just let us know in the comment section. And next time we have him here with us, he's going to answer all that. And like he said, he's dropping his new song with the title El Shaddai. And knowing ManLikeStunna and knowing how he is, I'm sure this song is going to be a banger. So there's not much to say. He said the song is dropping on the 27th of this month. So check out the song and just come and tell me what you think about the song. So we're going to bring this interview to an end. So once again, ManLikeStunna, it's nice having you.
Thank you very much. Okay, there's even one thing that I can disclose as well.
Sure.
Is that this year, God willing, I will be having my very first headline show.
Oh, okay.
Concert. Yeah. And I will be looking forward to the core fans. The ones that know ManLikeStunna from a long time, even gotten to know me just recently.
Okay.
Come and then let's have some
core fans. He says you should stick around. He's going to have his first official, what do you call it?
Headline show.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure even before then he's gonna come here. We're definitely gonna promote it and talk more about it. So expect more from the council of ManLikeStunna, like I said. So guys, thanks for sticking around. Have a nice time. Bye-bye. Yes. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, you lapotee. You for watch a move. Oh yeah. The channel be good though. If you too good, make a do song for the man. He be my number one entertainer. Make you watch a move. Ha la la lapotee. Who know like he lapotee? Make you not open your YouTube. Make you search for lapotee. Make you click on lapotee. Watch it for lapotee. Watch out, you watch lapotee. Make it Daniel straight lapotee. Who know like he lapotee? President straight lapotee.